Republican Senator Rand Paul joins us. Good evening, sir.
Hey, Greta. Glad to be with you.
Nice to have you. So the Medicare chief, Marilyn Tavenner, testified today. She says that the website is continuing to improve. That brings some sort of sense of contentment to you, or I don't know what other word to describe.
Well, I guess she could have said it can't get any worse, and that would have been accurate as well. No, I'm quite concerned that, more people are being canceled from their insurance than are able to sign up for insurance. In my state of Kentucky, which some people are touting as a success, 10 times as many people have lost their insurance as have signed up for Obamacare. And the ones who have signed up for Obamacare, 85% of the people in my state have signed up for Medicaid, free health care. So I think we're headed towards a lot of problems. Even if they eventually, figure out the website, then it's going to hit home how much this is going to cost.
I just don't get this. I mean, everyone is very concerned with the website, and I understand why, because it's been enormously frustrating to people, but I never thought that this website would get launched smoothly anyway. I think it's very difficult, something of this magnitude. But for the life of me, I can't figure out why everyone isn't profoundly worried at what's going on down the road, which is how in the world are we going to pay for this? Because I simply can't understand. A young people have to pay in, and if your choice is an iPhone or health insurance, I think most people, even older people, might go for an iPhone.
Yeah, and the other thing about this is that you got to wonder what type of philosophy guides these people, because they set up a website unlike any other website on the internet. If you want to buy shoes or if you want to buy a baseball mitt on the internet, you shop and you get the price and the details on it, and then you put your personal information in. Who would set up a website that you have to give all your personal information before you can find the price? So they weren't thinking when they set this up, but they also don't work on a profit motive, so I don't give them a lot of hope for ever doing a good job with health care.
I know you don't like Obamacare, but in light of what we have, in the situation we're in right now, is there any way to sort of massage it or change or do anything, because you are a doctor, so that we could meet the needs using the existing Obamacare? Can you fix it? Can you mend it? Can you repair it so that patients will get medical care, doctors will get paid, and we take care of people?
Well, the first thing we ought to do, and this would be a little bit of a fix, this is Senator Johnson's bill. He has a bill that says if you like your doctor, you can keep him, kind of what the president was saying. And he changes one line in the bill that says you can keep your insurance and you don't get pushed into these four plans. And I can't imagine why they wouldn't choose that. I also think a delay of the individual mandate. He's unilaterally delayed it for 6 weeks. I really think they won't be ready in 6 months or even a year, because
what does that do for us? But what does that? I mean, if it doesn't fix it, and if it still doesn't handle the problem with financing, putting it off for 1 year, all that's going to do is give Republicans a chance to, to make more political hay with it. I mean, is there a way to actually fix what we have to improve it?
Well, one of the things we could do for healthcare that would have, I think, gone a long way towards fixing it and causing competition and driving prices down is we should have expanded health savings accounts, but it's a completely different approach. We now have a government-centric approach, and there are little ways you can make it less bad, but they will not make it good for people. No one's ever going to like Obamacare. It's never going to be a great thing. Look, Medicare we accept in society, but it's not very efficient. It's $35 trillion in the hole, and from a doctor's point of view, we would spend an hour on the phone trying to get through to Medicare. Imagine we've got a brand new entitlement like this. It's going to go trillions of the dollars in the hole, and we're still going to not get good service, because the government employees tend not to care about you, because they're not intent on pleasing you, because you're just a taxpayer. You're not really a customer.
I assume for a health savings account, you got to have some money to put in a health savings account. What are we going to do with the large part of our population that doesn't even have the money under your idea to put money in a health savings account? What would you do about them?
Well, when I made $25,000 a year, I was putting money in a health savings account, and my insurance cost me $1 a day. I had a high deductible. It didn't pay for much, but it was there. It's one that President Obama would call inadequate, but it paid if I got in an auto accident or got cancer or was severely sick and had to spend a week in the hospital. But day to day, I had to pay, but it only cost $1 a day, and I loved it because I was young and healthy, and I probably wasn't going to get sick. And that's kind of what we need. Young, healthy people aren't going to buy expensive Obamacare plans because they are going to be pretty expensive. They're going to have very high deductibles also, and they're still going to be expensive because they've mandated all these things that have to be covered below the deductible. There's all kinds of reasons why young, healthy people are not going to like being stuck with 4 choices.
Senator, nice to see you. Thank you, sir.
Thanks, Greta.